Warner Brothers earlier this year, there were issues with Abdy, with Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy with their people were like wondering if these people had gone off the deep end and had given too much money to some of these creators. Well, they gambled on the creators and they have come out ahead here with what has gone on with Sinners, Minecraft movie, so much that's going to happen with Warner Brothers this year. Well, Warner Brothers now has renewed Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy's contract after Sinners and Minecraft spark an epic box office turnaround. As I said, a few months ago, Hollywood was convinced that DeLuca and Abdy were about to be fired as co-heads of WB Pictures. What a difference a few hits and one epic comeback can make. On Wednesday morning, Discovery chief David Zaslav confirmed in an internal note to staff that DeLuca and Abdy's contracts were being renewed for an unspecified amount of time. Quote, when I first arrived at the studio, recommitting this storied company to its theatrical roots, renewing Warner Brothers' longstanding role as a home for the world's best storytellers, and reestablishing this iconic studio to its position as an industry leader in terms of quality and box office success were among my key objectives. Bringing Mike and Pam on to lead this team was an important step to achieve those goals, and I'm excited to share with you that we have re-upped their deal to enable them to continue the stellar work they and this team will do over the next several years, bringing the very best movies to cinemas around the world. Zaslav, who had reportedly been interviewing replacements for DeLuca and Abdy earlier this year in the wake of flops like Joker, Folie à Deux, The Alto Nights, and Mickey 17, now praised the duo, oh, Hollywood, you fickle bitch, for surpassing $4 billion at the global box office with just 11 films. After a rough start of 2025, the pair's fortunes turned with the release of blockbusters like a Minecraft movie, which grossed nearly $1 billion, as well as zeitgeisty hits like Sinners and Weapons. 9 of the studio's films this year debuted in first place at the global box office. Not everything has been a commercial success. One battle after another scored with critics when it debuted in September, but its global haul of just over $100 million is a disappointment, given its $130 million budget. The coming months will see Warner Brothers make other bold bets with Wuthering Heights from Emerald Fennell and Maggie Gyllenhaal's monster movie, The Bride, which I think looks amazing. The studio will also release sequels to Mortal Kombat and Dune. If there was any blood from having to twist in the wind for months as Hollywood speculated about their fate, Abdy and DeLuca didn't betray it in their own note to the staff. We do from our first meeting with David that is unwaiting. We could not be more excited to be leading this team as we introduce an exciting slate of films in the coming years and continuing making every film experience an event worthy of the Warner Brothers shield. So, yep, as I said, Hollywood, fickle as it comes. Zaslav was looking to replace him. They have some turnaround, and now they got negotiations, and they got themselves a great contract. Your thoughts on this, Steph?
Yeah, you're really only as good as your last win. And if you, it doesn't matter how many shitty things you did, if you do something really good, people just tend to forget, especially business people who really only care about money and numbers.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I mean, it's like Sinners and Minecraft, just from the title alone, it's completely different movies.
Yeah.
And did completely different things, but accomplished what it needed to accomplish in terms of bringing attention to the studio, bringing money in, bringing actors and directors in that are like super hot and people love.
Yeah.
And so this makes sense. I mean, Minecraft was just fun. And I just love that Gen Z just completely wrecked shop and made it. I wish they weren't so dirty. Like, I wish they cleaned up their mess, but I'm like, anything that gets people to the theater, I'm totally okay with. I just feel bad for the people working, having to pick up your stupid popcorn. It's like, just pick up your trash and then you can be a dickhead. Like, I don't really, just don't litter. It's the Japanese in me that I'm like, you deserve a death penalty.
Yeah. Yeah. You were just saying
but I think that Sinners was awesome because Sinners was awesome because it's like, was a chance, but not really. It was just a very smart move. You have Ryan Coogler, who's established. People love him. He has one of the highest grossing, most loved films of all time, being Black Panther.
Yeah.
And then he's just an exciting creator with Fruitvale Station. Like, all of the movies he's worked on, you're like, I want to see more of this guy. And then he brings an original IP. And it just, everyone was talking about it. It's still definitely top 5 for my list for this year.
Yeah.
It's such a great movie. It's definitely one that I would really revisit. So I just think it was those two examples were extremely smart business choices. So makes sense.
I mean, it's a crazy year when probably 3 out of my top 5 films are Warner Brothers films. One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Weapons probably are my top 3 films of the year right now, depending,
Yeah.
and the ranking depends on the day you ask me, honestly. And it's crazy. And I think they deserve a lot of credit. And this is the truth. You make such a great point, Steph. Like, Hollywood is, as I said, so fickle. You're only as good as your last win. What have you done for me lately? That has been the standard mantra in Hollywood for years. I mean, the fact that Zaslav, and I'm not surprised about this, was already interviewing other people to replace them before he'd seen what the results of the products they'd already finished was going to be with the public, tells you everything you need to know about the approach that people have. And now they all put on a happy face and all of that kind of stuff. So I wonder if these negotiations were, if the fact that they didn't specify the time is interesting, because I wonder if Zaslav was like, okay, we'll negotiate the contract, but we'll see what happens in 2 years with The Bride and with Wuthering Heights and all of that. So we'll see. But this also speaks volumes to people who are film goers. Like, yes, someone may stumble or not do a great stuff, or you look at, but like it's about the long game. What can they do in the long term? What can they create in the long term? And DeLuca and Abdy are on the other side of the James Gunn, Peter Safran question. They have DC, Gunn and Safran. Abdy and DeLuca have Warner Brothers, which, by the way, includes Batman. Includes Matt Reeves' Batman. That's under Abdy and DeLuca. That is not under Gunn, because it was started before Gunn got there. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if extending them might also be seen as a tacit endorsement of the Matt Reeves verse, and that all our thoughts that Matt Reeves is being pushed out gently or indirectly might be unfounded because of this re-upping. I wonder if the re-upping, part of it was, we want people who are in charge of this Reeves verse, who are going to be good with him and who have a track record with him, considering the Batman Part 2 is coming out here in a couple of years. So that might be an element of all of this as well. But either way, shout out to Abdy and DeLuca taking chances, as you said, Steph, on creators, and taking a chance that the audience will be inspired to come watch these creators and the creations they make on screen if you give them enough money to let their visions be seen on screen. And I think that's an amazing situation for them overall.
So fall for me, it always feels like a reset. It doesn't matter if it's back to school, the busier routine, shorter days, finding time to cook, it's rough. That's why I love Factor. It makes it so much easier. They're chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals that make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the season gets. More variety, more meals. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp, and there's no extra cost. From more choices to better nutrition, that is why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference no matter your routine. For me, it's been so beneficial when I need something, whether it's after the gym or in a pinch when I'm in the middle of, oh my God, I'm working, I got to eat something. I was like, but I got to get everything that I need for my body. And it is Factor. So eat smart at factormeals.com/Christian50off. Use that code Christian50off and you get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code Christian50off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box. Plus, free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. The offer is only valid for new Factor customers with the code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Get it. You will not regret it.